We're gonna have some more Bargo the Bikdip now. Sorry, I know some of you didn't like it, some of you did. I'm doing it because it's easy, and I am still very angry since the recording of the last segment. So I'm just gonna take the easy way out and read over 11 minutes of footage. Anyway, I left off during the battle with Block. Had was KO'd by it. Anyway, up next was Junspinar, so Yukronsky held up the Scarecrow. Junspinar immediately used Spin and hit Ziggerdo in the back, but Ziggy quickly turned around and shot his beam at Junspinar. Junspinar, of course, inverted colors, and this lowered his self-esteem. So Ziggerdo jumped up and landed on him, fainting him too. So out next went Yukronsky. Yukronsky slapped his wings, smashing Ziggerdo to jelly. This does not mean he's dead. So then the smart Yukronsky froze him. This caused too much change in expanding and contracting and stuff, so Ziggerdo was badly beaten. Gym Leader Block sent out Garbo. Yukronsky was stunned for a second, and this was enough for the well-trained Garbo. He ate Yukronsky in one bite, digested him, and crapped him out. Yukronsky was far past fainted. So it was Bargo's turn. It was strange fighting his earlier stage, but not much. Bargo used a tri-beam on Garbo and almost defeated him. This stopped Garbo enough for Bargo to do the same to him as Garbo had done to Yukronsky. So Block lost the match and gave them the Block badge. They cherished it and left to continue their journey. With their new Block badge, the four strange creatures decided they would become trainers of themselves and travel Carto, gathering the badges. After City Village, the next stop was Mount Peak. For some reason, you couldn't actually climb over the mountain, so you had to cut through the middle of it. This sounds easier than it is. There was no tunnel through the middle of it. Therefore, you had to do the third option, walk around it. In the area around the mountain, random things would happen as the area was uncharted. This was easier since Yukronsky could just fly with them over the area. They did so, but about halfway there, it started raining rhinos. There were many sticks in the uncharted land, and since sticks evolve when rhinos step on them, they started to evolve into wimples. Wimples are like little caterpillars. Stick is the evolution of rock. A rhino hit Yukronsky, causing it to pass out. They fell into the randomness with wimples everywhere. Suddenly, a rhino smashed into an entire pile of gathered sticks, making wimples fly everywhere. They were absolutely everywhere. This writing is very repetitive. Bargo, Junspinar, Had, and the passed-out Yukronsky were pummeled by the flying wimples and were not getting very far. They took turns dragging the bird's body. Eventually, the wimples stopped shooting everywhere, but there was still a solid 3 inches of wimples everywhere. At least the rhino stopped falling. After a few hours, Yukronsky woke up, but had a broken wing, so they had to continue walking, or rolling in Bargo's case. The next day, a strange light appeared in midair. A portal of some sort was opened, and a strange symbol-like creature of some sort came flying out. Hundreds more came flying out as well, and they were all different. They all connected into a big orb, and a mysterious glow was emitting from it. A booming voice entered their minds. "Hello, feeble creatures. We are the Alphebetinos. Eons ago, we were the rulers of Carto. With our powers, we created Elementinos, and then they created all the other strange creatures. A super powerful one was made, and it locked us into a different dimension forever since. We are comprised of 26 different types: Joel, Haas, Podge, Svez, Snez, Kaze, Ez, Ow, Lala, Ne, Snaze, Og, Bo, Shez, Egg, Shte, Raz, Blaz, Noke, Lauk, Spo, Patapat, Spax, Earg, and Schmo. Feel our wrath." Then a wimple sneezed on it. It screamed and disappeared into nothingness. With that settled, they continued on to Cityburg, where they would battle the second gym leader. They walked on to Cityburg. Yukronsky's wing was almost healed, so he was less grumpy. He was still known to snap at random bystanders, though. Suddenly, a Bargo walked in Bargo's path, and since he is a triangle in Bikdip's role, Bargo went flying off the jump and made a little star in the sky. Yukronsky told the others to hop on his back and hold on, but they doubted him. So he threw them on his back and warned them to hold on tightly. They all did with a passion. Yukronsky rose off the ground and began to tip sideways as he flew. After a while, he was flying in a spiral. This is why he warned them to hang on. But just as Had was about to puke, he saw Bargo lying on the ground. He told Yukronsky to land, so he just crashed into the ground. Had and Junspinar went flying. They landed right by Bargo. They were going to try to wake him up when they noticed these strange little sprouts coming out of the ground. They looked closer. They were like brownish and moving slightly. They were also growing at an amazing speed. Eventually, as the two strange creatures watched, the sprouts grew into small animals that were undescribable, also known as things. Thing evolves from seed, and seed is the only strange creature that doesn't have to be in its final form to evolve. Thing evolves into small woodland creature, which is a very good strange creature. These things were amazingly fast, so Junspinar only just caught one. He caught it in a creature ball, though, so it was his. Then they woke up Bargo and went over to Yukronsky. He was out cold, so they had to carry him all the way back to Cityburg. They saw a glimpse of Town Village on their way there. When they entered Cityburg, it was nighttime, so they had to find a place to sleep. They eventually slept under Yukronsky's giant wing. When they woke up, Yukronsky had left. They found him in a nearby dumpster, completely covered in water, garbage, some wimples, some rhinos, random liquids, and some soup. They pulled him out, and he smelled horrible. They had to shoot him with a hose that came from nowhere for him to wake up. Then they sprayed the rest of him and ate some cheese. The cheese that they ate turned out to be magic cheese and teleported all 5 of them to the next gym at Cityburg. What are the odds? Now they still needed a trainer to go into the gym. Junspinar decided to be the trainer, and it caught Bargo, and Yukronsky. It walked in the gym. Inside it was raining. There was also a huge pool covering the entire place in at least 2 feet of water, much deeper in the center. In the middle, a girl was wading in the water with a Schmiggenhagen. Junspinar's guess was that this was the gym leader. Junspinar left for about a week, then came back in. The gym leader revealed herself to be Rainy and had no problem with the fact that Junspinar was its own trainer. She started the battle immediately. It would be a 4-on-4. She sent out Schmiggenhagen. Junspinar sent out Thing, which drowned. It then sent out Had, which died because it was a fire type. Junspinar then continued the battle as itself. It used Bosberry Bomb on Schmiggenhagen, and it died immediately. She then sent out Schmeigenhagen. Junspinar used Bosberry Bomb again, and Schmeigenhagen ate it. It then used Eye Blast. Its eyes glowed a bright black, don't ask, and shot a beam at Junspinar's antenna. It caught a flame, and Junspinar put it out by jumping underwater. It then used a quick spin, which drilled a hole in Schmeigenhagen's shell. Schmeigenhagen made things interesting by using ha. It sounds like ha. The annoying noise caused Junspinar to yelp out in pain. Thinking quickly, if you call 5 minutes quickly, Junspinar shot a Bosberry Bomb at Schmeigenhagen's mouth, and it choked and died. She sent out Sugenhaas. It beat the crap out of Junspinar easily, but Junspinar still had 1 HP left. It used a really powerful headbutt, and the background music got louder. It glowed white and suddenly evolved into Junspinar. That did make sense. It was supposed to evolve from Junspinar into Junspinar. Anyway, this new evolution made it much stronger, and it defeated Sugenhaas with 1 water shot, which was not very effective. Rainy then sent out a new strange creature. It was a weird fish thing called Glop. She said that it was the evolution of Blap and Budari. Junspinar digivolved back into Junspinar, though. Glop defeated it with 1 rainbow spit. A rumbling came out of one of the strange creature cubes. Yukronsky came out. It used Russian Jig. A tall purple fuzzy hat appeared on its head, and its attack level raised. With 2 rolling frenzies and a beak hammer, Glop was defeated. Yukronsky got the rain badge, and all 5 were healed. Their adventure continues. So they all left Cityburg and headed on to Villageville. They were walking along when they met a circus dog on a ball. It saw them and fell off its ball. Suddenly, a Pokemaster Ian came out from behind the bush he was humping. The companions decided to help out the circus dog on a ball. Bargo used Big Bite. He ate Pokemaster Ian. Then he used Digest, then Crap. Pokemaster Ian came out with his ass much weaker, but then he pulled off his giant hair and used Hair Bomb, in which he threw his hair at Bargo and exploded. Bargo fainted, so Junspinar came to battle. Pokemaster Ian turned and used a hump on him, causing much mental damage. This froze Junspinar long enough for Pokemaster Ian to use Laser Eye. Seeing as his eye is huge, this fainted Junspinar. Had came to battle now. He torched Pokemaster Ian down to 2 HP, so Circus Dog on a Ball hit him and he died. Circus Dog on a Ball glowed white, then evolved into Gart, which is a weird goat thing with a pointy face, sitting on a stool. Then Had obligingly burnt him, and he evolved again into a Pokemaster Ian. He immediately started humping the fainted Pokemaster Ian. This was enough to unfaint all the fainted strange creatures in the world, so they took their new friend Pokemaster Ian with them on their journey. Suddenly they all fell in a hole. They fell down for 1 million seconds, then fell back up. Then the dead Pokemaster Ian morphed into a lump of cheese, and Bargo foolishly ate him. Then Bargo died. Suddenly they reached Villageville. Thing went into a dumpster and ate some garbage. Then they all went back in time to when Thing was getting in the dumpster. Luckily they were on the other side of the dumpster than themselves. So dumb. Had pulled out the old thing before he ate the garbage again. They took him with them and ran into the building they were by. They were inside panting when the two things, actually the same one but two of them, started to mate. I know it's strange, but they had a seed together. One of the things put him in his pocket. Anyway, this chapter goes on for even longer, but it's really long. I guess next one will be me reading too, because I really don't have the patience to do much of anything else. Here I'm just looking for a Mantine, because I'm finding all these Remoraid's, and so I thought there must be a Mantine around, and so I checked the Pokedex, and it said there was one there, and I couldn't find it. So, I guess that's just another thing to put on my list of things I need to find. So anyway, next time I'll just fight more swimmers, I guess. Exciting stuff.